fan, meeting people just like you and hearing their stories. And so I said to my crew, I go, I think we need to stop for some barbecue and some soul food, and we need to meet Felix. Here we are with your great food. I would love you to share the meaning behind this restaurant, because I know that it's really special and you're a really special human being. I want to hear what you have to say.
Well, it's a lot. We don't have much time.
Okay.
Actually, I was in the restaurant business a long time ago, and I got out of it. And when I got out of it, I said I'd never do it again for a living. You know,
It's a rough business.
It's a hard business. There's easier ways to make a living. But when I moved to California, I came to do a project, and there was this lady that I met at this restaurant, a little hole-in-the-wall restaurant called Ruth's Place.
Okay.
And Ruth Davenport's her name. And Ruth and I became fast friends. She reminded me of my mother.
Okay.
And she wanted a bigger restaurant where people could dine in. And so eventually I kind of warmed to the idea of kind of backing her. So one Labor Day, I'm sitting around my condo doing absolutely nothing, and I decide to take a drive and listen to this voice, you know. So I take a drive, I drive right up here, and this is all being built. Mm-hmm. And so I thought, this would be a good place, I think, for Ruth's Place. Anyway, so I called the manager of the facility, and this is all being built. It's bricks and sticks. And he says, yeah, but we're looking for like Subway and kind of national chain things. He said, but I like your idea. You ought to submit a plan. So I did, but I didn't tell Ruth, because I didn't want her to be disappointed if we didn't get a lease. So anyway, several months goes by. I end up getting a lease, and so I drive up to Orange County, knock on Ruth's door, tell her I got this lease, all signed, deposits, everything. And her daughter Patricia answers and says, my mom's not here. She's in the hospital. So I drive over to the hospital. Ruth's laying there in the bed, and I said, Ruth, we got this lease, we got this restaurant, we got to get out of this bed. She says, I want to, baby, but I'm sick. All the time I knew Ruth, she had cancer. I didn't know that.
Wow.
She died 2 weeks after I signed the lease.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm driving from her funeral, and I'm on the 5 freeway, and I have this friend, Bob Guzman. He lives in Lake Forest. And so I call him, and I'm telling him about the restaurant. He says, where are you? Yes, I'm on the 5 freeway. He says, get off at the next exit. So the next exit is a Carol's restaurant, and he meets me there. So for a straight hour, he's talking me out of the restaurant business.
Okay.
But after about an hour, he says, you know what, obviously you're going to do this, so what is this thing going to be? And I said, well, it can't be Ruth's Place because Ruth passed away. I said, I don't know. And I said, I have a corporation called Mr. Barbecue. He goes, what you described is not a Mr. Barbecue. I said, so what is it? I said, well, 2 things. I don't want to use my name, and I don't want to use soul food. So we see how that played out, right?
Good job there.
So anyway, long story short is that it's really been a special journey. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I knew the restaurant business part of it. But what I didn't understand is that my whole life I've been self-employed. I've been on the roller coaster. And I've always wanted mentorship. I've always wanted someone to kind of guide me through the pitfalls. That person never showed up. And so one day I was driving from San Diego. I was really disappointed. We had a project down there that had come to closure. And I thought that we had kind of failed, but we really hadn't, but I thought we had. And so I'm adjusting my rearview mirror on my car, and I'm driving, and I flip the mirror up, and I catch a glimpse of myself. And I had this aha moment that I'm the mentor that I didn't have for someone else. And it changed everything. The idea of the restaurant became second to the platform. So this is a platform disguised as a restaurant. Mm-hmm. So it's about personal development, but it's also about human development. It's about community, and it is about business. But all those things work together. People will talk about the food service business and they talk about hospitality, but hospitality is a lost art. We've gotten to the point where we chase dollars and not necessarily our passions. And so what I realized is that I have a unique opportunity, because I had a front row seat in my own development, that when I'm sharing these experiences with my team, it's not something I read in a book, it's not something I saw in a video, it's my own personal first-hand experience. Mm-hmm. And it's validated by other people's journeys and other people's books and other people's documentaries and all that. So it just validates what I already know, but I had a first-hand experience. And so it's been very rewarding.
It was like 3 years ago that we met.
Almost 4 years.
I remember, how when you remember things, like sometimes I don't have the greatest memory, but I remember you being such a special human being.
Oh,
and
wow.
I'm like, oh, right. He is a special human being. I was right about that. Yeah, you really.
Wow.
So when you were saying, are you mentors in a way to the people that work here? And
yeah.
I heard you say something about you know, they may not stay here or this may not be their journey, but they get something here that helps them when they go.
Yeah, the skill sets in this business transfer. I mean, everyone's heard the stories about, the actor or actress that waited tables until they got their part, whatever.
Right.
But what they don't really talk about is what happens in that space. Is that they're giving 100%. It's not an act. They're giving 100%. And what they learn, they take with them. And so here, it's the same thing. Is that no matter what you're studying in school or where you think your future is going to lead you, if you postpone your experience now for the future, you're sacrificing. And that's not, you shouldn't be sacrificing your happiness. Happiness is now and happiness is in the future. And so if you find any reason to be happy with what you're doing, then you're going to really flourish.
Right.
And when you move on, if you do, you should be missed. If you're not missed, you didn't have an impact.
Wow.
And the best thing you can do when you do move, try to encourage someone to take your place. Try to find that person that could benefit from the same experience you have, but their journey is going to be different. And you know what? You may come back 15 years from now, that person may still be working here.
Wow.
But if not, they may be somewhere else, but they will be living a fulfilled life. And I think that that's one of the things that I learned, that I share most, that I have to nurture a healthy curiosity in my team. Mm-hmm. That they don't have a position. You're not a chef, you're not just a server or waiter or a bartender or whatever. That's a title, that's a description of what you do. But how you make people feel is the hospitality. You can do all the things right. Food can be excellent, service can be perfect. But if you don't make people feel welcome and appreciated, that's 80%.
Right.
And so I think that that's the best thing that we can do with this platform is to make sure.
I think you should write a book. I think you should write the mentor. I mean, like you said about, I have to go back and listen to it all. You've said like a million things that were just like, oh, I want to hang on to that. You know, like life lessons, and you're so brilliant. I feel so lucky that we stopped by here. By the way, okay, so this is catfish, right?
Yes.
Oh my God,
Yes.
this is unbelievable. It's like so crunchy, so spicy. What else do we have?
Fried green tomatoes.
This one?
Fried green tomatoes.
Okay.
Yeah. And
It's okay that there's no fork, so I guess oh my God. What's in that?
It's a green tomato.
This is okra.
Yes.
Love.
I ate it like popcorn. When I was growing up, I didn't like it.
Oh, really?
Oh, now it's like
I know everybody thinks I'm weird because I like it. Hush
hush
puppies.
puppies.
We have chicken and waffles over there. Fried chicken.
Chicken.
What kind of ribs are these?
This is a baby back, and this is brisket.
Oh, baby backs and brisket. Okay, so I've got some of everything.
Yeah. Macaroni and cheese is good.
Macaroni and cheese. Okay, so I'm going to be eating away with my crew on our little mini break from our van ride, and
Awesome.
I am so grateful to get to see you again.
Oh, good to be here.
I have to make sure it's not so long before I see you again.
Time goes by so fast.
Time goes by too fast, and 3 years is too long. And you are brilliant, and I just feel so lucky that you shared all those thoughts with us. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Felix.
Okay.
So nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Okay, Felix and his food was amazing. Please subscribe to my channel because I know you're going to want to watch more videos like this. Check them out. See you next time.